Alright, so welcome to the channel everybody. I am going to be doing a playthrough and I am starting with X4. It's a game I just started last week. I have some hours in the game but not a ton. Everything's still pretty new to me and just going to learn. I'm going to start, I started the Terran Cadet. I got to a point where I got a bunch of ships, figured out some of the shipbuilding and station building and station management. Got some other cool stuff, but got to a point in the game where I couldn't progress one of the missions, and so I thought I might try and do this. I figured also I would start with the Hyperion. It's the most recent pack. I got to play with the Hyperion a bit in the previous playthrough. It's really cool. Curious how this this new start will change, but you basically get the Hyperion from the start. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I figured I'll try this.
We are Lord Chaplain Alman Kitzlat. As the Pontifex's negotiator to the Two Eyes, we led a sacred mission to dictate the Empire's pleasant will unto them. We commanded the Pontifex's mighty galleon trinity, known as Hyperion by the Two Eyes, when it was blinded in a treacherous ambush. We ordered the crew to abandon ship and attempted to save the galleon, but then the jump gates flickered and went opaque. After a fruitless decade of waiting, we had no choice other than to weave our cocoon that would shield and nourish us until such time as the three-dimensionality wills us to be restored to life.
So this is a Paranid. He's a man out of time and has a cool ship to start with, but that's about it. I'll be curious how this playthrough changes kind of the story, changes the interactions with other factions. Yeah, so here we go. We're going to start the playthrough.
An eternity passed like blank time. When we uncocooned, the venerable galleon seemed familiar, unchanged. The geometry of space as serene as we recall. But while we were cocooned, the god realm had fallen, only to spring again under the same name, but with a different meaning to its word. No longer was the Pontifex infallible, and declawed limped the Tsar. The heretics' worship, we were forced to conclude by mischance, is non-Euclidean. What once was true, no longer is. Where once was light, now darkness reigns. We want to cocoon again, but alas, we cannot. May the holy three-dimensionality have mercy on our soul.
So there's definitely religious overtones in this start. Going to be interesting to see how that affects. He's going to be a little disillusioned, I think, with the current state of the galaxy and the state of his religion, and curious to see how that plays out going forward. So there's going to be a lot of downtime in this. I'm not going to probably try and fill every second, but I'm going to do my best to just play through and talk through what we're doing here. So here we are. We're starting. Got a couple of messages already. Let's see what those look like. Learn about missions. Do real help. I already done that. Missions. Okay, here's some of the ships that you can go get. Actually, I may see if I can grab at least one of these. It was pretty cool. Alright. Let's see where we are. Morning Star, Argon. Don't know much of the galaxy right now. So the Hyperion is pretty cool because, I mean, it has solid combat capabilities. Let's see what the ship actually is loaded out with. So it has like 6 main batteries up front, some beam turrets, shield generators, Mark II. So it's not like maxed out by any stretch, but it's a solid ship. Let's see. And they give you a fighter to go along with it, so that's cool. I get a fighter to, let's see. See if these are crewed. Oh yeah, they're well crewed. Fighter has a sentinel, as a captain. The Hyperion does not have a captain. So we're gonna pick one of these folks to be the captain. Alright, so now we have a Hyperion has a captain, and the Sentinel has a captain, so we're gonna go explore a little bit. Start off with 3 million in ships, 3.5 million in ships. That's pretty solid. Got solid relationships with the few folks that we know so far. Alright, let's move out. So step 1, I think for me, is going to be getting up to Katsufune and trying to grab the ship from Timelines. So you guys are gonna have to forgive me because I am still very new to this.
Autopilot engaged.
I wonder if it would be easier and better to hop out to the fighter to go find some of these ships. I have the Hyperion kind of follow, because it's a big, sluggish ship. It's not a fighter by any stretch. It's still pretty nimble though for how big it is. Moving into trouble mode. We're gonna do a quick scan. Very new. What is that?
Autopilot disengaged.
Alright. There we go. So what we see on looks like there's probably a lockbox then, that general direction. Unknown object.
Autopilot engaged.
That's probably the jump gate, but we'll see. I'm gonna ignore the lockbox for now.
Sunder, Gas, Sentinel, Velas, Vanguard.
Scan results show that you're all clear.
Thanks. Don't have anything on board, really. Inventory. I have some paints. I have a repair laser and a spacesuit scanner. Let's see, is that enough? Yeah, that's enough to take a ship, I think. that's an
Disengage.
accelerator when I get through there. Does boost pretty good.
Entering Morningstar.
This automated message is being broadcast exclusively in the proximity of Heretic's End. Signs indicate that we will imminently witness the extraordinarily rare reactivation of a jump gate. The Alliance of the Word has assembled an expedition to study this rare event. A reactivation, able to be investigated scientifically, is an exceedingly uncommon opportunity. You are welcome to join us.
So that's the Kingdom's End, which is cool.
Velis, Vanguard.
Alright, so we're gonna head off this way. This is Morningstar 4. So we actually want to head back this direction. Back into the void. We want to head actually way up here.
Autopilot engaged.
So all these systems are unclaimed. I think our goal is going to be to maybe our goal is to build up such a force that we're going to establish our theocracy and force everyone to follow our religion. Sounds about right. Sounds like what this character's motivations might be.
Entering Morningstar.
So to do
Read.
that, we're going to probably need to build an economy relatively quickly. To do that, we're going to need some cash. So maybe the goal here is to boost our cash to find as many unclaimed ships as we can. See if claim some of these unclaimed systems, like this little group of systems is actually a nice
Entering system. Atikva's
goal,
choice.
potentially to take. Take all three potentially, and that would be useful. Ore belt sounds. I don't know much about all of these, but it sounds like it would be good for mining. There's frontiers.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
While we're going along here, let's keep an eye out for missions.
Entering system. Second contact. Autopilot epically failed.
I love that it says autopilot epically failed. It's like, yeah. Generally happens when you does something pretty
Entering system.
epically
The
awful.
void.
Oops. Missed out on that. Let's see what that was. See it? hostile. We're slowing down. I'll be curious if Getsufune is infected with the Xenon. It's kind of where they all largely are. It's right the spur territory, whatever. It's like right next to it. So Getsufune is going to be like right here. Spur's here. Alright.
Autopilot disengaged.
Let's get going. So like I said, I have played this. Got a bunch of hours in the last week or so. Really only started playing in the last week or so. I figured it'd be fun to do a new playthrough with the Hyperion. See what this is like, how different experience is different than the Terran Cadet. And obviously this is very different so far. Terran Cadet's pretty guided. This is just like, okay, here you go.
You don't stand a chance. I'm afraid of you.
It's a yak on screen here.
You're going to regret this. No! You are evil!
Jump gate unknown sector. Autopilot disengaged.
You're in trouble now.
Definitely.
Not good enough.
Here we go into Getsufune.
Entering system. Getsufune. Autopilot
The Odachi's up
engaged.
there somewhere.
I won't let you get away with
Up.
M.
There's some Xenon. Terran was
Suck that, you.
so pretty neutral with everybody except the Julio and the Pontifex, which we don't like. I guess that's because they're like to have our just they're in it now. Okay, but let's go look into this sector. After having a playthrough of so many hours of the previous one, it's interesting to see a lot of the echoes from over here. There's a ship. Let's go after that one. I saw someone zoom in. I don't know how you can actually do that. This is going way too far. Up there, over there. Those are too far. So I know from experience, like, the Odachi is somewhere over here. Odachi is like right here somewhere.
Autopilot engaged.
We're gonna go there.
Empty space.
So this definitely takes longer to get rid of. Alright, that's just another invitation to go see. Wait, what's this?
Autopilot disengaged.
Looks interesting. It's not the Odachi. Let's see what that is. Just the remnants of a ship. Just a wreck.
Wreck.
Yeah. get it. Fortunately, this is really the only ship I know about, and know where it is to go get it. But I'm definitely going to need something bigger than the fighter and more nimble than this Hyperion to kind of go do some of the rest of the stuff in this game. Signatures down here? Uh-oh. I have a feeling we're not chasing the Odachi anymore. So a lot of this game for playthrough is going to be just me exploring because I don't know a ton about this game. I'm not a super knowledgeable veteran. I just played a bit and played as a Terran. See what these are. You know what? Instead of doing this in the I'm going to try and hop into that fighter. I think that's just going to be more efficient. It's definitely nice that they give you a fighter. Oh wow. Did not expect it.
ECS Sentinel.
Alright, why don't we task the Hyperion for doing some exploration of this area. See if they can't find this for us.
found something out here.
And a lockbox. Alright. Looks like that. Nice. Close. Oops, epic fail. Where are we? There's a lockbox there. Why don't we just go check that out?
Autopilot engaged.
Might as well. So pharmacies.
Lockbox.
So we'll go here, we'll collect the whatever's in the contents of the lockbox, and then we'll keep looking for the Odachi. And then we're going to try and pick up the experimental shuttle. I'll be kind of curious to see how that that plays out without having the cool station that you get in Terran. Maybe you get it here too. I don't know.
Autopilot disengaged.
Guessing that you kind of have to in some way, right? Like you have to be able to get a hold of it some way because you need to do the research. Alright. Whoops. And that's how not to do a lockbox. Alright. I was just going to try and shoot one of those. I probably should have set up the little groups to just shoot one. This is more powerful weapons than really used, or at least seems like they have like an explosive charge. Alright. It's taking longer than I anticipated, but that's okay. Odachi's a nice ship. That's why it's kind of worth it. That and the experimental shuttle were kind of the preferred ships that I had in my previous playthrough. Just boosts. Oh. Pass it? Just blew me. So there's something over there. I think that's the jump gate. I actually wonder if I'm looking for something that may not be here. Because well, I've done the timelines thing. You have to do something to apply it to it. No, it said it was in Gutsufune. It said there was a ship in Gutsufune in the load thing. Alright, so this episode might just all be about looking for the Odachi. I want to say it felt like it was in and around the actually, in my previous playthrough, I had a scout kind of look for it. Did I drop a satellite or two? What I'm looking for is, can I make a profit on trading? Just pulling. So they're buying them for 209, selling. Nope, not yet. Keep looking a bit longer. Let's see what we can see. It's in the general direction that we're interested in. So we're gonna go to that. It looks like it went behind us.
Odachi.
Aha!
Autopilot engaged.
Very good.
Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot engaged.
Alright, we found it. So this will give us a nice little fleet to build with. The Hyperion's pretty good at trading if you want. Fighter's not a bad little craft, will probably be a good scout. And the Odachi can be kind of our main getting around ship.
Autopilot disengaged.
Okay. Thanks, Autopilot.
Sir,
Yep.
ACS Sentinel.
Alright. That's such a sexy beast. Alright. Pretty sure to get into the Odachi should be it's down here somewhere. There it is.
Odachi.
Alright, there we go. Alright, let's get the sucker captain. Another 2-star. You're fine, Captain. Or somewhere else, Ray. Work on the Odachi. Be the captain there. Alright. Alright, let's get to exploring. So we're gonna set this guy. This direction. Let's have him explore. Now I think about it, let's give him some resource pros. We only have 10,000, so okay, we'll need to give him some additional stuff. Right now, let's just have him explore. And tell him to go there, tell him to go there, there, tell him to go down, all the way down to the ore belt. It's down here. Let's see what's down here. Go as far as you can into the Cardinal's domain, and then explore here. We'll do that for now.
we found something out here.
Having them collect it. Saving's not a bad idea. Alright, let's go down.
Disengaged.
Alright, we'll get the Hyperion down. Cancel all of your... Get him down here. We're going to start to see if we can maybe use the Hyperion for trading, because it has, 4,000, I think. Yeah, 7,000 capacity. That's pretty solid for a trader, at least first trader you get. So. He's going after the lockbox there. What I really need to do is land on one of these stations. Maybe I'll go here. We're gonna go and try and get a couple of quick missions, make a little bit of money, repair the Odachi, get some basic stuff to outfit the scouts with probably a satellite or two, some resource probes. See if we can't scout out a couple of places to...
I'll wipe you out.
Entering system. The Void. Autopilot. Disengaged. Raya.
So the Odachi is nice and it's pretty quick. Let's see if I'm gonna be able to catch up to this person. Saboteur, Araya. Just pulling away. Sucker's going fast.
I knew I could count on you.
Autopilot. Engaged.
Keep an eye out for missions. See what we see. Electronics. So we're kind of looking for is anything that might be down here. They're selling, sold, bought.
Entering system. Second contact.
You get the bleach peach. Okay. Hyperion, why don't you come
Entering system. Argon Prime. Autopilot disengaged.
That's a good one. It'll build easy and build some. Where do they want this?
Autopilot disengaged.
They want it right at the wharf, right? No, ore refinery. What ore refinery?
Mercury. Sentinel.
Let's get a little.
Argon Wharf.
See how much it'll charge us to try to repair this sucker.
Docking granted.
Ah! I know I'm near a wharf.
Short range transporter. A.
Stop!
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Let's go collect some of that stuff. So criminals, when a little red thing pops up, you can actually shoot those and collect their stuff. And you get credit for and a rep with the faction that owns the station. So we have all these pop-ups.
Thanks for your help.
You're welcome. Alright. I don't know what kind of docking computer is on the Odachi. Oh, decent one. Since picked you up all the way from up there. That's good.
Successfully docked.
Welcome.
150K. Woo! Alright. Gotta go earn some keep. Alright. Let's undock. So, if getting the Odachi is literally the first thing you do in the game, then be prepared to spend. Let's find out where this is.
Please halt. We will be scanning your inventory.
It's fine. Got them up now. Parasite attack. Where is this refinery? They can tell us, like, usually it pops up like, hey, the refinery.
You're clean. Go about your business.
To go check out is over here, but no such luck.
Requesting permission to dock. Docking permission granted.
Maybe this guy won't find this ore refinery.
I knew I could count on you.
halt, we will be scanning your cargo hold. You're clean. Go about your business.
Okay. Looks like there is a... So there's a mission marker I'm following on the mini-map here. Trying to find what this, hopefully one of these missions are. What am I missing? Is this just the center of the... Oh yeah, center of the marker that they gave us. Alright, cool.
Autopilot engaged. Autopilot disengaged.
We're gonna just look for the lockbox, I suppose. I hear the pinging. Where is it? There we go. There's one down there. I think I just passed it. Over there. Definitely, this is not a hand-holding start. The start on the Terran is much more guided. Alright, so we're gonna fly that way. That's still within range. Wait. Okay. We're going that way. Did we just pass it? I'm just spinning like a top trying to find the ping. Still very much a noob at this game. Shouldn't be this hard to find a lockbox, right? Actually, what I should do is go back to one of these. See if they found Ah. Oh, it's a different system.
Autopilot engaged.
Alright, so we're gonna do that. And I'm gonna pick up a gun. And once I have a gun, I'm gonna hop out and actually do the lockbox missions a little easier. I found it easier to do that in the spacesuit than I did with a spacecraft, as I've already epically failed with a lockbox. I'll do them in the spacesuit from here on out for a bit.
Argon Shipyard.
One day we'll get a shipyard of our own. Hopefully build ourselves a fleet of Hyperion and then conquer the universe. One step at a time. Let's just make a little bit of money this time. Goal for this
Entering
episode
system.
is to
The Reach.
make any amount of money.
Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot engaged.
Let's see where our ships are. Anything interesting yet from folks are buying? I wonder if I should send Hyperion into the void. Smaller here. If there was a mining ship that way, we can grab it, we can get it and start making money.
Autopilot disengaged.
Alright, here we go. Start killing traffic.
Short range transporter. A.
So the goal is to do these without pissing off the local faction. Because if you shoot the station while you're trying to shoot the criminal, they don't much like that very much. There's one.
Civilian ship A.
Requesting permission to dock.
There's one.
Docking permission granted.
Let's see what he had on him. A spacesuit bomb.
Short range transporter A.
He was a criminal. So as I get close to these things, I'm activating the magnet to collect stuff.
Short range transporter A.
So like, the other thing we can do is, thank you, thanks for the reminder.
Short range transporter A.
So, cool.
Don't let them get away.
Ore refinery.
There's one there. See the little sparkler thing? That's a mission.
One moment, please.
If you are receiving this transmission, my plan is working. Now, just
Oh,
need to
there's
dial
Bozo.
in the heretic's end coordinate. Oh, I must.
Bozo! Okay, so that's how you get to player headquarters, so we should probably try to do
Hides.
that.
Vanguard.
So getting to player headquarters is like the key to unlocking a lot of stuff.
Thank you.
Looking for some other data leaks. This would be pretty useful.
Jump gate. Argon Prime.
So we're gonna go follow this. Where's it gonna take us? Morning Star. Alright, so which alright. Maybe go rescue Bozo? Only 50,000 credits.
Entering system. Argon Prime.
Okay.
I knew I could count on you.
Pick up as many missions as I can as I fly through this space. Collect precious ring. Attack. I guess.
I knew I could count on you.
Entering system. Patikva's choice.
Bunch of yak there. Bunch of
Rookie.
Entering system. Morning Star.
Let's see if we found any good trade. Yeah. Doesn't look like it. Alright, Hyperion. Why don't you explore up here? Argon Prime's probably gonna have more opportunities for trade.
Requesting immediate backup.
You don't do much damage.
Entering system. Heretic's End.
Right, Heretic's End. It's up here by... what was that?
going on? Sir, we are picking up an unusually high energy signature.
It seems like a turn.
Oh,
Goodness me! It worked! I made the jump! Ha-ha! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! Excuse me, traveler. Did you hear the Alliance broadcast? I wonder, would you be interested in collaborating with one of the greatest scientific minds of our time?
of course.
I am Bozo Tar. As far as I am aware, I am the only Boar on this side of the network schism. I am currently in the market for some personal assistance. Should you be interested, please do come for a face-to-face chat.
Alright, so
Unknown station.
that's way different than previous playthroughs. This is cool. Go talk to Bozo, join him and be his assistant for a while. And once we do that, we'll probably call this this episode concluded for the.
Docking granted.
Oh, look, it already has a dock. Land. See how good the docking computer is. There we go.
Successfully docked.
Go.
Welcome aboard the mystery installation. I do apologize for the mess. I only recently escaped my spent captors. Can you believe they forced me to develop weapons? Anyway, I have not yet had sufficient opportunity to undertake much housekeeping. Best not to dwell on the past. All is well now. The installation seems vaguely to be of Terran origin, but it is certainly no run-of-the-mill station. It is equipped with uncommonly advanced research facilities. Frankly, I am rather longing to lose myself in the lab and focus wholly on science. This brings me to a business matter. I require someone to oversee the mundane aspects of base operations. I will be far too preoccupied with my important work. Might this be a suitable and rewarding use of your skills? No need to answer. Of course it is. I have
Thanks,
transferred
Bozo.
the station to you. I trust you will make good use of it. When you are not otherwise engaged, please do pop down to see me. I am sure there will be bits and bobs that you may be able to help me with regarding my research. When you are ready, of course, you have a new station to grapple with.
Alright. So
Odachi.
we have a new station to deal with. I wasn't able to get up and move. Why can't I move? Alright, so cool. I think that's so we'll stop here, but let's see where we're at so far. We have a station. We don't have enough money to fix the Odachi yet. We did actually manage to get the Odachi. We don't have the option for research yet. Pozota, yep, cool. Alright, so yeah. And we're here in Heretic's End, which they're saying, you know, everybody's kind of agreed not to take over, but prompting a little bit that, hey, maybe you should take over. Alright, prompt. Let's look at, research module, dock, just the dock ship. So let's check out the logical overview. No drones, nothing in the station account, no workforce to speak of. So see if modules we have access to. Soja bean, interesting. Make energy cells. Dock, some storage modules, just some cross beams. So we have a lot of work to do if we want to do anything interesting with this station. There's no pier module. Alright. Cool. We have lots of work to do. So next time, what are we going to do? We're probably going to start setting up some level of making money automatically, whether that's by capturing the miner, doing some trading, some combination of those things. And we're going to advance Bozo Ta's mission here so that we can work towards getting the experimental shuttle. Alright, thanks everybody for watching. Until next time.